Welcome and thank everyone for coming. We've got about 145 people registered for the meeting today, and so that is absolutely terrific. And we've got a lot of information to share, and I know you will all be interested in hearing what we have to say. Our plan for this meeting is to definitively kind of further advance the goals of GP Wright, which, just to remind all of you, are to understand the blueprint of life, to reduce the cost of engineering and testing large genomes in cell lines, and to develop new tools and technologies for engineering biology. This is a scientific working meeting, so the structure of the day is as follows. It's a little bit different than the meetings that we've held in the past. Each of the working groups will report on their progress, and breakout sessions will be held to discuss areas of overlap between groups and enable open discussion and synergy. In the afternoon, we'll hear reports about the international activities that are being planned in countries around the globe, and this will be followed by short talks from some of our industry partners. The meeting will conclude with an evening reception, and a press briefing will also be held after the meeting to summarize the proceedings. So we have a lot of news to announce today, which we're very excited about. First, GP Wright will announce its first grand-scale community-wide project to develop ultra-safe cells that resist natural viruses and potentially radiation, freezing, aging, and cancer. Jeff Buca and George Church and members of the Scientific Executive Committee will be speaking more about that. And in support of that effort, the Wyss Institute and Selectis announced a collaboration to use TALON gene editing technology to introduce changes in DNA code with high specificity and across an entire genome. And George Church and the CEO of Selectis will address that. Jeff Buca will discuss the $8 million NHGRI award focused on developing synthetic bi-DNA tools to dissect the dark matter of the genome. And the highlight of the day is, since May 2017, 9 working groups have been meeting at least monthly and sometimes more to draft charters, roadmaps, and white papers. Completion of these foundational documents was a significant accomplishment and milestone for this project. And I just want to give kudos and thanks to over 100 scientists who volunteered their time towards those efforts. Each of those working groups will be presenting on their progress today. And just a word of caution, much of the content is pre-published information, so please check with individual presenters or participating scientists before publishing specifics from their talks, because they will know best if the information is in a pre-published state right now. We are also happy to announce that we've established an industry advisory board, and we would like to welcome LabSite, GenScript, and Twist Bioscience as its foundational members. These companies have agreed to provide financial and other benefits to GP Wright affiliated scientists, such as discounts on instruments and technology and early access to new technologies. We also hope they will work with each other very closely to develop more complete workflow solutions for your laboratories. Finally, we want to thank the meeting sponsors, Twist Bioscience, Asimo, Opentrons, and Modern Meadow. Just some rules of the day. Please remember that no food is allowed in the auditorium, so please eat in the reception outside the meeting room. We do have a meeting room above the reception area, which can be used for breakout discussions between the working groups during the breaks and during lunch. And with that, I thank you all for coming today.